Hello everyone, on this video I'm going to be talking about Robert E. Howard's Conan, all the Conan books. Well, originally they were not published as books, they were in I think a magazine called Strange Tales or something like that. Robert E. Howard wrote the Conan stories in the 1930s, I believe, and basically each month or whatever, the magazine would have one of his Conan stories in it. So it wasn't until Dale Way in the early 2000s when they put it in book form. And basically it's just 3 books. And they're great stories. I absolutely love the Conan books. And this is the first one, what was it, the Coming of Conan the Cimmerian. And it's definitely a lot of fun to read. Robert E. Howard's a great writer. I mean, I love how he writes his prose and stuff, you know. Very cool, very fun to read. Sometimes a little, you know, antiquated, I guess. Kind of old-fashioned kind of writing, but still, the imagery is great. And each book actually has illustrations and stuff, so that kind of helps picture everything. So, yeah, they're great. Robert E. Howard's kind of a tragic figure. He battled with depression for most of his life, and then when his mother, I think, had a stroke or something and went into a coma, that was kind of the last straw because he was very close to her. And I think when the doctor told Robert E. Howard that she was not going to recover from this, I think he went out to his car or something, grabbed a pistol and shot himself in the head. And he died a couple hours later, I think, unfortunately. So he's kind of a tragic figure, and he never really got to finish the stories of Conan. But thankfully, thanks to comics and the great artwork of Frank Frazetta, inspiring a lot of the resurgence into Conan back in the 60s and 70s. And his original stories living on definitely is pretty cool. How Conan's a big figure. I mean, I think even Barack Obama is a Conan comic collector or whatever, so that's pretty cool. Now, the 3 books are The Coming of Conan the Cimmerian, and I think in order it's this is the second one, The Bloody Crown of Conan, which is pretty damn good. A lot of good stories in this one. In fact, it has the only novel that, or novella, whatever it's called, that Robert E. Howard ever did of Conan, called The Hour of the Dragon. So that was pretty fun to read. Then the last one is The Conquering Sword of Conan. I think this one, what does this one have? Yeah, this one has a bunch of good ones, like Beyond the Black Beyond the Black River is a really good one, and a very famous one is called Red Nails. That's a famous one. Unfortunately, I think I got confused and I read the second one last and the third one second, so I kind of got them backwards. So I think the last Robert E. Howard Conan story I ever read was, what was it, A Witch Shall Be Born, which if you've seen the Conan movie, this is where the scene in the movie where Conan's crucified and he's having vultures kind of pick at him, and he ends up biting one of the vultures, like, spits it out, you know. That comes from Witch Shall Be Born, so yeah, pretty classic Conan moment. The books are great, the stories are great, so if you can get your hands on these, I'm sure you can, they're still around. I think they're made by Dale Way. The company Del Rey, they're the ones that did all the Halo books and stuff. So, yeah, check them out. They're great.